How many of you feel embarrassed because your pronunciation is not good? In fact, a lot of my students tell me that they sometimes want to say a certain word, but they hesitate to say it because they are scared that if they say the word incorrectly, they may not be taken seriously because their pronunciation is wrong. Well, let me tell you that pronunciation affects the way you sound as a speaker, and a lot of people judge you based on your pronunciation. Well, no more, because today I am going to come up with a 4-step formula to improve your pronunciation. Let me tell you, I have used this with all my students and I've seen amazing results. So let's quickly move on to the first step to improve your English pronunciation, which is understanding English sounds. Now let me tell you that English sounds are very different from English alphabets. We all know the 26 alphabets of English, but they will not help you learn English pronunciation. And therefore, pronunciation, you must understand, is made up of sounds. These English sounds and not those letters that you've learned since you were a child. Let's understand a word called novice. Now, the word novice is spelled like this. Do you say novice or novice? Well, looking at the spelling or the letters in the word, you can call it anything. However, if you look at the sounds in the word, there are 5 sounds in this word, which is n, o, v, e, and so. These sounds will help you learn a pronunciation correctly. And how many sounds do we have? You need to learn 44 English sounds. That's the first step of understanding English sounds. But if you want to learn these 44 English sounds, you must practice each sound with the correct mouth movement. Let me tell you that each sound has a certain way of being said. The way your tongue is shaped inside of your mouth, the way your teeth are positioned in your mouth, all of that differs with each of these 44 sounds. And last of all, if you do all of this, well, it will neutralize your accent as you continuously practice. However, to make your practice even simpler and more effective, I've got something interesting for you. We have designed a beautiful English pronunciation course, and this has been designed by none other than our fellow trainer, Ridan. As you all know, Ridan has been a voice and accent trainer for a long time, and he's designed 3 parts of this course. The first part deals with accent reduction. Now in this course, he will literally teach you all these 44 sounds, tell you exactly how to produce it as you learn each sound, and he'll help you to memorize how to remember each of these sounds. And then the next part of this course is again an accent reduction course, but it is more focused on stressing the right part or the right syllable in a word, and it helps you intonate or build up your voice quality through pitch and sound movement. So make sure you take this course, or you can take this course as an entire package. Well, I don't want to give you more about this course, so why don't you click onto the link in the description of this video. All right? Well, that's going to help you understand all the English sounds and all the aspects of English pronunciation. So do check it out. Well, let me go to the second part or the second formula to improve your English pronunciation, which is focusing on key problem areas. Now, let me tell you that everyone's pronunciation issues are not the same, right? So, because of my language background, I may have a problem with O and O. I may say both these sounds in a similar way, but somebody else may not be able to intonate their voice really well while they are speaking. Everyone's issues are different, and therefore, you must understand that if you have different issues, for example, some of us have an issue with and a. Some people say special and spatial differently. I've heard some people say, this is a very spatial thing for me. Well, that's wrong. It is a special thing for you. Spatial refers to something having a lot of space. But do you see, because of the wrong pronunciation of these 2 sounds, you're actually changing the meaning of the words. So you have different pronunciation issues. And therefore, you have to get materials which are focused on your key areas, right? So in this course that I talked about, the one that Ridan made, he focuses on all kinds of pronunciation areas. Now, one of the key materials or key issues that you can take care of is maybe using minimal words or minimal word pairs which contain all sounds. For example, you can say special, spatial, bin, bean, okay, burn, ban. Whatever you want to say, you can use it, but you have to get the right material to focus on those problem areas which are specific to you. Because like I said, everyone's pronunciation problems are different, okay. Anyway, let's go on to the next part of our 4-step formula, which is effective daily short activities. A lot of my students ask me, how do I pronounce or how do I practice words every single day and for how long do I do it? Well, the key is doing short activities but making it effective. Don't do too much, but do the right thing in short amounts of time and do it every single day. That's the key. But what activities am I talking about? Let's take a look. The best thing to do is shadowing. Shadowing is something where you imitate a person that you want to sound like. So if you want to sound like a talk show host or let's say a movie star, watch their interviews, watch the way they conduct those talk shows and take a few sentences from what they say and keep repeating it. Believe me, imitation is the best thing to do, and that is what shadowing is all about. And the course that I previously talked about is essentially going to help you shadow the trainer, which is Ridan, because he's going to help you learn several words, maybe 3,000, 4,000 words, and you're going to keep imitating or repeating those words as he says it. So that course in itself can help you shadow. In other words, imitate a speaker that you really look up to. But you have to do it for how much time? Only for 5 minutes, not more than that. Then what else can you do? You must learn to read phonetic transcripts for only 5 minutes. What are phonetic transcripts? Well, the sound spelling of a word. Why do I call it a sound spelling? Because if I spell my name spells Seema, which is C-E-E-M-A. But the sound spelling of my word would look a little bit like this. Well, that's the sound spelling. These are the sounds that make up my word or make up my name, which is a word, right? So you should learn how to read phonetic transcripts. How can you do that? Well, learning those 44 English sounds. If you buy that course, I am sure you will be able to read any phonetic transcript. And then you need to record a short presentation. Now make sure that you actually start speaking. A lot of people love to listen, they love to watch a lot of videos, but that practice is incomplete unless you record yourself speaking. Record yourself speaking and listen to your recording every single day. If you practice all of what I just spoke, you will see that your quality, the quality of your recording increases exponentially, right? So if you do all of those things, then you need to go one step forward, which is get regular feedback. Now this is very important because a lot of us practice, but how do you know if you are practicing in the right way? That's when you need to get feedback, which means when you record yourself twice in a day or maybe twice in 2 days and then see the difference in voice quality, which definitely you will see if you learn all those 44 sounds. And then have a certified trainer or anybody who is really good with pronunciation give you objective feedback. I would suggest stick with a certified trainer. We have a lot of our trainers. If you take a course with us, you will get very good feedback and objective feedback, which means you can tell if you are right or wrong based on the feedback that you get from us. And next, you need to ask a friend, ask anybody that you know, a close friend, to check if they can see a difference in the way you speak. Now, a lot of times we cannot tell the difference because we hear ourselves speaking all the time. But somebody else, somebody with a third opinion can actually give you a better idea of whether you've improved over time. And if people say that you're sounding much better, much clearer, well, that means you have definitely improved. Well, these are the 4 different parts of our formula to improve your pronunciation. I have done this with many students, as I've mentioned, and they've seen amazing results. So I would suggest that you try it. And like I said, if you want to get ample support to carry out those 4-step formulas, what are you going to do? Go ahead, click on the link in the description, and make sure you take that course and you learn everything you need to know about the 44 English sounds, syllable stress, and how to sound nice with the right pitch and volume with Ridan. But I'll be back with some more lessons. Until then, this is me saying, keep practicing your pronunciation. You will get perfect in time. Take care.